Hello, hello, hello everybody, and welcome to a brand new series on the channel. I am Absolution, an avid football fan, which you probably didn't know beforehand, because I had not posted any videos in Madden, but thought I'd try something else that I've wanted to do for a long time, and now that I have some of the equipment for it, we're going to give it a chance. So the premise for this series, it's going to be called The Final Ride, and it's based on Tom Brady coming back from retirement this year, like he did in real life, but more of a what if. What if the Bucs decided to go full rebuild before Tom Brady came back? Mike Evans being traded away to the Bears for Darnell Mooney, another wide receiver. Leonard Fournette being released into free agency to clear some cap space. But before the team could release any of the defensive talent or, say, Charles Godwin, Tom Brady came back. Decided to play another year, go for one more title. But now the team's left without a running back. So Tom decided to call up an old goat itself, Adrian Peterson, the generational talent in running back. He used to play for the Minnesota Vikings, who's on the wrong side of 30. But Tom figured and told the Buccaneers general manager, well, I'm on the wrong side of 40. Give him a chance. And to fill the gap, and it's hard to fill a gap left by Mike Evans, the Buccaneers also signed longtime veteran wide receiver Deshaun Jackson, who may or may not play sparingly, but for roster depth. Now, to go into the franchise itself, the idea for this series is obviously to get one more win for Tom Brady to get to an 8th Super Bowl. Also to get Adrian Peterson his first ring. As a Vikings fan in real life, I was kind of disappointed that we never won one with him because I always felt like he deserved one when he ran for 2,000 yards today. Now, something different about this series that I want to talk about is we're only going to playing the offensive snaps at this point. So the defense is going to be its own entity. Going to rely on the defense and kind of just try to work in this new offense together. I loaded up a custom draft class full of prospects from an NCAA 08 franchise, Dynasty mode, that I did. I'll go into that draft class later on. But let's jump straight into week 1. No time for preseason, no time snaps. First snap of the new season is a pass play thrown over the middle to new acquisition Darnell Mooney. So, good to see Tom get into a rhythm first. It's probably going to have to be the primary focal point. I mean, Adrian Peterson is 37 years old for a running back. Second snap is another play-action pass. A high point ball, again, to Darnell Mooney, who already is becoming a really good target for Tom. But Tom kind of had that go out throughout his career. I mean, until recently, the last 10 years of his career, minus Randy Moss, I don't think there was many elite wide receivers for Tom. Obviously, this team has Charles Godwin, but if he can turn like Darnell Mooney into an actual superstar, that would be great. And as we see Adrian Peterson get a big gain up the middle there, figured we'd try to go back to him again on first down. This time we run a trap play, but the Dallas Cowboys line easily breaks through, drops us in the backfield. Not a good look. Come out in the bunch set now. And I want to try to get more people involved. So while we could wait for routes to develop, hit Cameron Brate out of the backfield, let him truck forward, get 4 yards, make third down a little bit more manageable. Coming out in the bunch set now, I've seen this play run a lot. And that dragger over the middle is killer. Charles Godwin, first down. My plan and probably game style going forward, trying to record these games and get these episodes out. The first drive, I will probably do every play to set the mood, set the flow of the game. But as we go further and further into the series, might cut out into like more highlight videos, 3 to 4 games an episode. Get touchdowns, turnovers, and anything big that happened. Get some results actually flowing. Figured it'd help get the videos out a little bit sooner and, just be a lot more fun. But first game of the year, you always have to do the first game of the year. And that, speaking of first, that's the first touchdown of the year. Tom Brady to Julio Jones over the middle in between two coverage, and Buccaneers take an early lead. Gotta like that. But you know what I like even more? When the defense forces a turnover. We start in the Cowboys' red zone for our second drive. Unfortunately, though, get stopped at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Got Charles Godwin going over the middle, as well as someone, I think Julio going behind him. Try to hit Godwin, gets knocked away. This brings us to 3rd and 10. And I guess my style of quarterbacking, when I have, quarterback's better arm, I try to make passes I shouldn't. This one, I probably shouldn't have made that pass. It gets tipped, and then there's Trayvon Diggs, the interception maestro, to take away the ball. That's a shame. First turnover of the year, right after the first touchdown. Fortunately for us, however, the Buccaneers defense has got our back. It's got Tom Brady's back. It's got my back. And speaking of backs, we're going to get the Cowboys back. Well, hopefully, on this drive. Hit Godwin there on 3rd down. Now we're going to run with Peterson up the middle for a little minuscule game of 2. Come out now, and a trend that's going to follow throughout this game and probably throughout the series. They're going to hit Charles Godwin again to get another first down. We need to it. Now, 1st and 10, and this play, I have no idea what's going on. Probably could try to hit the tight end over the middle, but last time I threw that route was an interception. I'm not trying to throw a second one this early in the game. Come out now. I think they're in cover 3. Find out they're in cover 1, and that's too easy. You got Godwin being guarded by a slot cornerback rather, and it's going to be way too easy. Now we give the ball to Peterson, and he cuts back up the middle, gets the 2. We're going to skip now to 3rd and goal, and like Tom Brady has done so many times in his career, going to QB sneak right up the middle. Second Tampa Bay Buccaneers touchdown of the game, and that's what you like to see. What you probably don't like to see is me missing both circle and square wide open over the middle of the field in favor of a check down that gets nothing. But that's what happens sometimes. You make bad reads. This time, we're going to make the right read, and we're going to pick up a great gain over the middle with Gage, which gives us the first down. Gets us a little bit out of our territory. Not fully, but out of the end zone at least. Now we're going to try to hand the ball off to White. White does not get too far. 2nd and 8. Little check down pass now to him, which gets us to 3rd and 4. On 3rd and 4, kind of deciding what to do. We're going to throw the ball here. We're going to get the first down again to Godwin. Go-to guy. Coming up big once again. We're going to cut to 3rd and 9 again. We motion out White out of the backfield, put him on a corner route. As we look for what to do, we just check down to Brady. Playing it safe. We're up 14 right now. But that is not the case anymore. Next drive, Cowboys score for the first time this game in the second quarter. Going to hand the ball off to White out of the shotgun 9. Now we're going to give the ball to Peterson. A little hard cut outside. Peterson's going to get a nice 7-yard gain on 2nd down. Now, drop back, he gets to pass again. A little check down now to Adrian Peterson. He's probably going to be more of a part of the pass game than he is the run. Though I'm still going to get him some work. That time I missed Peterson in favor of Randolph. And on 3rd and 3, try to take a shot, but gets knocked down. Cowboys score another field goal. And this time we're in the start of the second half. We're going to take a shot over the middle to Godwin for a first down. Across the 40 on 1st and 10. We're going to try to hit him again, but it's picked off. Picked off again. The second interception, and this time it's going for 6. Cowboys cut the lead to 2. They're actually going to tie the game on a 2-point conversion. And now the Dallas crowd is rocky, but Adrian Peterson doesn't want to hear all that noise. He's going to get 7 yards on 1st down. We're like, well, he got 7 on 1st. Maybe he can get 7 more. So, put him back in the backfield. Hand the ball off to again. And not the case. 2 yards. Hand the ball off to him one more time. And not the case. 4th and inches, though. I mean, it's Madden. And it's Tom Brady QB sneak. It's probably going to be a mainstay, so don't get annoyed about that. But back to the action, 1st and 10. Going to throw it over the middle. This time we don't miss the open receiver over the middle. Hallelujah! Across midfield down to the 38. Now back on first 10. We go 5 wide. We have him over the top, but Tom overthrows him. It's a rare miss, but a very costly one potentially in this game. We do get the check down. We still do get the first down. Now we're going to hit Cam Brate on that little tight end wheel route in the vertical to move those chains, as the game says. Back to first and 10. We're back in the trip set. We're going to hand the ball off to White, who, big gain up the middle. In our 10 yards, it gets us second inches. So, you know what? Maybe the miss wasn't as bad as I thought. First and goal, we have a few chances now to get in the end zone. And on our second try, Peterson's just going to power his way in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. But the game is never that easy. Buccaneers score again, keeping it close to 4. Peterson does not want them to stay in the game. Frankly, neither do I. But Peterson, again, on 2nd and 1, gets dropped again for a loss. That seems to be just a theme of the game. So now on 3rd and 3, instead of trying to run it like we've had, we're going to roll out with Brady, throw it cross-body. Yeah, I don't know if Tom Brady's done that too often in real life, but, it's Madden. It happens. So now we're going to throw it over the middle, and Mooney dropped it. Missed the corner out. Thought Mooney would have caught it. That's fine. Now we get sacked on 3rd and 11. We have to punt the ball away. But they fumble inside the 10-yard line. And this is probably the big... we have to score here. Obviously. Go up by 7, go up by 10. We're going to try to high point the ball into the end zone, but he drops it. Which brings us to 3rd and goal. Little slant route, and that's too easy. Buccaneers go up 11, but the Cowboys still don't go away. They kick another field goal. Adrian Peterson, again on first down, gets 9 yards. We learned from our lessons that time, running the ball with White to get to first down again. Now White going to carry the ball again for another 10 yards. Another first down. Julio Jones goes down with a minor injury. Come back to Adrian Peterson. We're not throwing too much right now anyway. We're just pounding the ball. We do decide to actually throw, and yeah, that's the result. Julio Jones does have an MCL sprain. We decide to let him rest. No, we don't. He's still out there playing. I lied. I don't know why we decided that. Doesn't matter. We're running the ball. We do come out in 5 wide here. And to the right side, there's Darnell Mooney. The new acquisition from the Chicago Bears, scoring a touchdown, a throw, a beautiful high point throw into the corner of the end zone by Tom Brady. I think they were running cover 2 there. It had to be. That will pretty much wrap up the game, though, as Cowboys do get within 1 score again, but just aren't able to do anything. We run the clock out. That's kind of boring. Figured I didn't want to show that. Look at the stats. Tom Brady, an alright game. Almost 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. That's good, but the 2 interceptions, And Peterson, big amount of carries for the 37-year-old. 25 for 84 yards. That should probably get lowered. We don't want to break him before week 4. Have a couple upgrades to end the video, but yeah, figured week 1 would be an introduction, first game, and lucky to beat the Cowboys in Dallas, so that's a good start to the season. Next video, we'll cover week 2 and 3 as we go against the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans and Green Bay back home. So until then, hope you have a safe day. See you next time.